Good afternoon. It is day 55. I was again wrong yesterday on my days. I'm going to try and do better the last 50 here. So day 55 out of 100 videos of Amelia's diary. This today I wanted to talk about something that came through in my morning pages, and morning pages are something that I'm doing with the book called The Artist Way. You just write 3 pages in the morning. It's like a brain dump. You just write whatever is on your mind. It doesn't have to be perfect in any way, shape, or form. You just dump what is in your brain. and over time, things start to come. At least they have for me. And according to Julia, the author, um, it happens for thousands, if not millions, of people who have read this book. Answers and guidance and stuff start coming through the pages in the morning. I like to do my pages first thing in the morning so that it's done and it's like the first thing before I start getting on with my day, because as I get on with my day, much like all of you, the day just goes. It's like when I used to go to the gym every day. I had to get to the gym and get that done and off my list for the day. Otherwise, it just wouldn't get done. So, uh, life is different now. I have a lot of different priorities, and that's what I wanted to talk about, was this idea of time management. And if you learn to manage your time, and we only have 24 hours in a day. As far as I know, there's no magic pill that says, oh, just take this little green pill and you'll have 5 more hours in your day. That doesn't work. So in reality, we only have 24 hours. And as I am doing a different kind of a schedule thing for myself, I started to look at, um, I only have 24 hours. What am I doing with those 24 hours? And depending on what I'm doing with those 24 hours, I am sending a message to myself and my life about what is important to me. And there's been quite a few deaths recently, not in my immediate family or even my extended family, but friends. Um, just learned of another death this morning. And I remember after my dad died, my mom died 2 years before my dad. My mom died with an aneurysm on the front porch, um, just very quickly went. Um, my dad went 2 years later by suicide. And I always have to talk about that a little bit, because many people have this idea of suicide that I don't carry and that my family did not carry. He was not in a bad place. He was not depressed. He was not, and people will still say, even after listening to me, people will say, oh no, it was, it was depression after your mom died. No, it wasn't. My dad had written his memoirs, and he was having some health stuff, and he did not want a nursing home to take everything that he had worked for all his life. My dad was very practical, um, and Susan and I both knew that my dad was going to commit suicide as his way out, and he would decide when, and we knew that it was going to happen, and we had talks about it. And I knew the last time that I went there with the kids to visit him that was probably going to be the last time I would see him. I just had a feeling. He didn't say anything, but I felt like that was a feeling that I had. So anyway, to bring that up, the overwhelming feeling that I had after my dad died, after both my parents were gone, and Roger and I and Susan started to disassemble their home, I thought, for one, a very overwhelming feeling of, this is all that's left. Like, that made me think, our lives are not about the monetary things, about the things we buy, about the things we collect. It's about really being who we are and connecting on that level. And the other thing that It was so, and it's been such a driving force in my life that I better be doing what I want to be doing now, because I could be gone. And then the accident a year plus ago just reiterated that again, that you better be, are you awake? Are you awake? That was, and it was wake the fuck up is the message that I got after the accident. So what I got into this morning in my pages was, what am I spending my time doing? Like, of the 24 hours that I have, what am I doing? So it's causing me today now to work on mapping out my day. And if I'm spending all of my time, say, watching YouTube videos and learning and whatnot, that sends a message of education is important to me, but it also sends a message that I'm not doing the rest of my life if all I'm doing is watching videos of a day. I have never done that. I always kind of beat myself up. It's like, why didn't you get your list done today? My to-do list. And it's like, Amy, you do something every day. You're always busy. You're cleaning floors. You're walking dogs. I mean, we all do things. We just don't think they're the big important things. So I'm honing my list, and I told Katerina, we're doing 100 days of yoga, and I'm doing these other things, the tapping and the Wim Hof breathing, and I want to do 20 minutes of this other extended breathing breath work. But I'm gonna have to get it honed down, because now on my plate I have to publish this book and to get Amelia's Coffee House Dessert and Spirits open. And so that's going to have to shift my time and where I spend my time. And as I spend more time, now cleaning out the clutter that I moved from my house to my building, that'll be the first step. By the end of January, I hope to have the downstairs done and get our new contractor in there. But my time has to shift. And as I spend more time at Amelia's, the universe gets the message. I'm spending more time at Amelia's. I'm putting more time in at Amelia's. It's going to open. The universe will then work to help manifest that. So be careful of the messages that you're sending your universe of a day. If you're a time waster, if you're a, couch potato, what are the messages you are sending your life in the time that you spend of a day? And a lot of you, I have not had to do this. I did marry a wonderful man who has taken care of me monetarily. I don't know if my frame of mind for a long time would have been able to handle a job, a 9-to-5 job. But a lot of you have that. So you have to block that time out immediately. And also look at, what is that job telling you? We need money to pay our bills. That is how this third dimension works. There's no getting around that, usually, for most people. And what is that job doing for you? And it may have changed this past year in 2020 with all this COVID stuff. So just, I want you to be aware today of the messages that you're sending yourself and your universe on what is important to you, because what you're spending your time doing, you're telling the universe is a priority. And then it works to manifest and help you keep that going. So if you're a couch potato and the universe works to have that be something in your life, if that's what you're giving time to. So it's kind of like an unspoken priority, but the universe is listening. So, get on that and pay attention to what you're spending your time doing, because the universe is paying attention. The universe is always paying attention, even though we think it may not be. So there's day 55. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.